As WWE is an entertainment show, wrestlers use different kinds of ladders, tables, and belts to hit their opponents and create more fun in WWE shows. But unfortunately, sometimes these events go wrong and many wrestlers die in the ring due to severe injury on head and neck. Despite this, wrestlers engage in major risk-taking within the ring during bouts that do not just feature aerial acrobatics involving leaps from the top rope, off of cages, and off of ladders. A tragic occurrence that thousands of paying fans witnessed in front of them on that day remains one of the worst in the history of the professional wrestling, shocking everyone who was involved. Let's discuss some incredible deaths of wrestlers in the ring, which is dark. Before moving further, welcome to WrestlingNetic. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to watch more videos. Let's get straight into the video. Number 10. Malcolm Kirk. In the wrestling ring, there are many passing records that have been kept. It is obvious that cannot even everything may be accurately regarded as a result of the game's limit. All in all, we can single out few that shocked the globe, and Malcolm Kirk would be fantastic. King Kong stayed on the mat after falling the Big Daddy's finishing move, the Big Splash, and began turning blue, seemingly from lack of oxygen. He was hurried to a neighboring clinic where he was found to be still breathing. After his demise, it was discovered that King Kong had a history of heart disease and had suffered 6 mild coronary failures. Number 9. Oro Jesus, second-generation star of Lucha Libre Javier Hernandez Silva, went by the ring moniker Oro. He began his career in 1990, but 3 years later it was abandoned. In a label group stage match on October 26, 1993, he was involved. During the fight, he would get a blow to the head. The purpose of the knock was to make him appear to have broken his neck. According to the fact that he fell following the knock, it appears that this is what actually happened to him. He had already passed away before being loaded into the ambulance. There was speculation that he had aneurysm when he died. Number 8. Plum Mariko. Mariko was a female grappler who had many brain injuries throughout her career when head injuries weren't taken seriously. She was a favorite with the public, especially the Japanese crowds. In 1986, she made her ring debut. She sustained one more head injury on August 15, 1997, which by all accounts appeared to be her final one. Mariko continued to squat on the mat, gasping. A few days later, she became the most talented wrestler in Japan to pass away from injuries sustained while competing. Her father stated that although a posthumous diagnosis was not carried out, it was accepted that her past injuries and a growing brain caused her death. Number 7. Larry Cameron. Few people remember Larry Cameron, another wrestler who passed away in the square circle. Cameron was a wanderer through several games before including his journey in the wrestling ring. He was in the midst of a fight versus Tony St. Clair on December 13, 1993 in Bremen, Germany, when he had what may have been a fatal cardiovascular collapse. The officials stopped the challenge and made an effort to resuscitate him, but it was too late. Number 6. Gary Albright. Albright was a massive man who, during his competitive days, weighed about 350 pounds. He had recently fought for the WXV accomplishments of his father through marriage. Afa Onoya, as well as in Japan and North America, on January 7, 2000, during a match at the WXV event in Allentown, Pennsylvania, Lucifer Grimm struck Albright with an ace cutter, causing him to collapse. As soon as Grimm realized something wasn't right, he moved Albright onto himself to end the match by pinfall. Albright was brought back to life by surgeons and wrestlers, but their efforts were absolutely fruitless. He passed away right after that, due to cardiovascular failure. Number 5. Luther Lindsay. Although Luther Lindsay might appear to be a completely unknown person, he was a pioneer during the 1950s and 60s after breaking the barriers between races in wrestling by becoming the first African-American wrestler to compete against white wrestlers in the South and becoming a fan favorite. He also achieved a remarkable feat when he defeated Stu Hart in the Hart Dungeon. In Charlotte, North Carolina, Lindsay was participating in a match in February 1972 when he pinned his opponent after diving Sprinkle. Yeah, that's a cool move. He didn't respond though until the referee built up to 3. Lindsay was found to be dead as his lifeless body was removed from the top of his adversary and carried to the changing area. He passed away as a result of an unanticipated respiratory failure. Number 4. Jeannette Wolf. He began working as Jeannette Wolf, but after only 6 months in the job, she passed away. In Liverpool, England, she was involved in a label group battle against WWE icon Mae Young. She had recently complained of headache pain after being called out in the match. She remained on the cover, appearing perplexed, until falling unintentionally. She never stood back up and was soon declared dead by articulation. Her death was caused by mental discharge. Number 3. Mike Dibiase. In addition to being more popularly known as Iron Mike Dibiase was the father of the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. He won many championships back in the day and was one of the most successful wrestlers. Nevertheless, on July 2nd, 1969, in Lubbock, Texas, he participated in a match versus Mountain Man Mike. But halfway through the fight, DiBiase suffered a cardiac failure, and after several attempts to revive him by WWE and WCW star Harley Race, he actually passed away at the hospital emergency room. Number 2. Pero Aguiar Jr. The final item on our list is the report of Pero Aguiar Jr.'s demise. One of the most modern star wrestling misfortunes was this one. As a skilled grappler competing in Triple M, CMLL, and Lucha Libre advancements, Pero established a well-known name for himself. He participated in a label group that organized a match in Tijuana, Mexico, on March 25th, 2015 between Rey Mysterio and Extreme Tiger. Up until Mysterio played out a punt on Pero later in the bout, it appeared like a typical match. As a result, Mysterio was able to do his incredible move, the 619 Booyaka Booyaka. But things took a turn for the worse when Pero's body fell slack. Attempts to revive him were futile, and the emergency room declared him dead. Number 1. Owen Hart. In the history of WWE, this was one of the worst, most regrettable events. One of the most beloved people in the industry was Hart. Owen Hart. He was a graduate from his father's Hart Dungeon and the brother of WWE legend Bret Hart. A bridle was going to be used to lower Owen onto the ring at the 1999 Over the Horizon pay-per-view event. He was supposed to appear disguised as a blue blazer and turn the dramatic entrance into a comedy by crashing and burning. In any case, Hart's unfortunate fate began where the link snapped in the middle of his delivery, causing him to fall from a height around 80 feet and get whiplash on top rope before crashing into the ring. It was widely believed that he had died on sway even though he wasn't declared dead straight away and was rushed to the neighboring health office, and he passed away from an internal death. Wrestling might not be enjoyable since wrestlers risked their lives to thrill their audiences. Fans of the wrestlers were saddened by all these deaths. So, that was all for today's video. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you can get notified each time we post some new videos. We'll see you later.